Virgo, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. We got the Fool at the bottom. My name is Jenna. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're all doing well. If I can get my hands to work here. Let's see. I feel like the mic needs to get a little closer. Moving in a little closer, are we? How are you all? Hope you've been doing well. Ooh, we've got some majors. Hangman and the Tower. Wow. You could be having a powerful epiphany around seeing from a different perspective a situation. That's what it feels like, a powerful epiphany. A shift in your awareness, a shift in consciousness. Interesting. All right. Got that Hangman that really wants to linger here in your energy. Let's see if it comes out. Surface energy, Page of Pentacles. You're making plans. You could feel like you were... things were on hold, or you were stuck in a situation. Let's see. Thank you, Spirit, for presiding over this reading for Virgo today. I was called to do your energy first out of all the earth signs. I just did 2 of the water signs, but Spirit said Virgo's got to be read for today. All right, let's see why. What's going on here? Current energy. We're going to take a look at the overall general energy. Oh, yeah, no wonder. 8 of Swords. Boy, you could be trapped in your head about something that was a heavy mirror effect. Ooh, you got some thoughts that have been kind of plaguing you a little bit. 8 of Swords. I don't like that feeling. It's like you could feel like you're trapped in something. It could be literal, life circumstantial type of something, or it could be just something that you've been overthinking. Yeah, King of Swords. It could be somebody, you could have a strong air energy surrounding you, or you are trying to take a higher view. This card, he's sitting on a mountaintop and he's deeply reflective, and he's got all of these messengers surrounding him, giving him messages. So it's almost like you could feel like you're trying to understand something, trying to understand the hows and the whys and the way forward, seeking guidance and divine wisdom, trying to come out of some sort of mental anguish, it feels like. I'm getting there's some relief, though, in your thoughts about a situation. Let's see. Overall general energy the rest of the month. I love this. Taking a leap of faith. Maybe you were hesitating in something, overthought something. But now I see fulfillment coming if you just take a risk. You could be taking a deep risk, Virgo, this month. I don't know what it's toward, but this is your solar plexus energy lighting up. This is also the card of I'm going to stay positive and I'm going to go towards things that make me happy. I like that. I like that, Virgo. Very positive. Yeah, you're doing some deep inner wound healing. 4 of Swords comes after the 3 of Swords. Things that have pierced our heart, things that have caused us heart pain, heartache. You've been healing. Your opportunity is to continue to give yourself time, space for that, so that you may heal. As you can see, she has that 3 of Swords by her side, the heartbreak. And this is when we mend the wound, right? Tend to the wound. Address it. They're pointing out there's some tattoo on her arm. What is this? Her tattoos always mean something. Wow, it's hard to see. It's a rune of some sort, but it's almost like you've been pierced by something deep. But she's in her sanctuary, in her nest. A lot of you may really be enjoying time at home, in your own thoughts. You know, I'm seeing you in your rooms. You could be doing things that really, whatever your healing work involves. Some of you, it's just nurturing your inner child, just resting more. I feel like you've got an important decision that you're making, and ultimately you want to make a decision that helps promote healing and helps promote fulfillment here. There's a treasure trove of fulfillment that's heading your way, but it's coming following some sort of healing period. What's the challenge? There it is. Interesting how I was pointing out so much. There's a lot of magic coming through this reading, okay? This is a message that you really need to hear, all right? If you're concerned that you're not going to make it through this time period of heartache, of hurt, if it almost feels like the hurts just have kept on coming, and you're trying to make sense of it. That's why you have this King of Swords. You're trying to make sense of someone's words, someone's actions. I see this now. I see this now, Virgo. All right, let's see. I feel like you're feeling vulnerable and sensitive to words that have already been said. things that have already happened. Seven of Swords. Well, you're going from the Eight of Swords right now to the Seven. So it's like you're trying to calm your mind down around a situation that brought up a lot of thought. It's like the crow is calling, right? You could be realizing some things that were hidden under the moon because he's being lit up by the moonlight. There's something that could be coming through this full moon in Libra. I'm getting for some of you. Maybe why I had to read today, so you have a little heads up. Let's see what's at the bottom of this deck. Ten of Wands. Yeah. Magician. I knew it. There it is. This Libra retrograde hit you hard, Virgo. You could have strong Libra placements. I'm getting Libra rising, or you might have somebody who has strong Libra placements. Because we have the card of justice. This is also the card of karma. So you could just feel like, man, I'm just like, what is up, Spirit? Like, how much do I got to deal with? This is too much. I'm getting that you are manifesting your way out of this. And it's about promoting more work-life balance and also more balance, just emotional balance, I'm getting. Because there's been like a buildup of fire energy here. Ten of Wands. It's like, you got what it takes, all right, Virgo, but I can tell you that the path has not been easy. Some of you are overworking too, throwing too much of your energy into your work. I'm not getting pinnacle energy at all here, but I am getting Ten of Wands is like too many responsibilities, right? Not enough balance. There's something manifesting behind the scenes. Interesting. You're going through a period of not trusting your path. I'm getting that, but you need to open up your arms to Spirit. That's when we go deeper, right, in our healing. Let's get some angel frequencies for the rest of the month. That came flying out. 333, support. That's what you've been asking for. Where's the support? I need support. And you could be calling upon your own guides. You could be calling upon the divine for this. I feel like it's support that's coming from deep within your soul. And the interdimensional beings, the higher realms, I'm getting that you're reaching out for that. And they are asking you, thank goodness, we're here. Connect with us more. We're always here. Seeing the angel number 333 is a sign that it's time to focus inward. Work on your skills, discover your talents, and use your imagination. Unleash your inner artist. Yeah, and I was seeing that with that Four of Swords. I was seeing a lot of you at home, like doing whatever it is that you want to do to create. And creating art is deeply cathartic and healing. Doing so will boost your self-esteem and sense of competence. It does wonders for your sense of purpose and contributes to your community. So we have growth, creativity, joy, community, vision, and talents, all helping you feel more supported this month with 333. Let's see. What else do we have here? I know there's another energy that wants to come out. Yeah, sorry, I think I hit the mic. 999, karmic release. Karmic release. Woo! So we have the Nine of Cups. I think the more you let go of the struggle, you're going to enter into a new frequency. Your current circumstances are ending, so you might take advantage of better ones. If you are experiencing a significant change or conclusion, viewing your life as a series of cycles or chapters may be helpful. How can you make room for something new to emerge? Yeah. Spirit's wanting you to kind of reframe your recent experiences as a difficult, arduous chapter. You were under a great many hardships, it seems like, that have left you feeling trapped in a place where you couldn't really, it might have made you feel closed off from feeling things, because King of Swords it's being in the head, but now it's time to move toward the heart. It's like you're going on a journey between the head and to the heart this month. And it's powerfully releasing all the buildup of things maybe you were holding in. Wow, this is going to be one of those deep readings. I can tell it's a deeply healing month for you. Let's keep going. There's that Seven of Swords. Wow. I'm getting a heaviness. My heart got real heavy all of a sudden. There you are, Virgo. Five of Cups. You're moving through some sadness right now. I can feel it. Death. Something is coming to an end, or a need to transform a situation. It does feel like something is ending. Let's see. Nine of Cups. And it could just be you feeling cold, disconnected from self, parts of self, because there's been too much stress. Three of Pentacles. Ooh, you've got support coming in for sure. Page of Wands. I like that. Playful. There's a new energy coming into your life. It could be by way of a person. It could be by way of something at work. Someone new could be coming in at work and you're like, oh, they're fun. Let's go. You could be making a new friend. Yeah, you've been holding back. This is more your energy though. Four of Pentacles. This is holding back from taking a leap and taking a risk. Page of Wands is like, ooh, I'm going to put some of my fire underneath that. I see you making a shift this month around the personal growth that you need in order to open up to a new opportunity. Page of Wands is a feeling of excitement again on the path. Like I said, there's been some sort of heavy burden you're dropping. And as a result of this and coming back into balance and doing this healing work, you're actually going to feel more playful. This is also the card of creativity. You know, there's another deck in the Light Seers where she's dancing and she's being highly creative. She's tapping into her fiery nature. Some of you might have fire as well as earth. They want you to hold on to that fire in your belly, you know, and use that to really propel forward in your own personal development so you can actually find inner fulfillment. I feel like you're doing some deep inner excavation around your personal desires that make you happy. These are doing the things that support you, right? Your artistic talents, your artistic abilities. This could be writing, drawing, painting, sewing. We have knitting here. Things that bring you peace and calm. That's what you need more of, Virgo. All right, let's see the Four of Swords. There's another Ten of Wands. Well, you've had a lot of, it's been hard. It's been hard. I think that you've been sad for a while now, Virgo. We have the Magician with the Five of Cups on one side and the Ten of Wands on the other. That's like when we're trying to make the magic happen, but our wand is broken. You know, it's like, and it's called, I need to start focusing on my healing, because if I keep manifesting from where I'm at, emotionally, physically, and spiritually, I'm not going to get what I want. I'm getting that you're reorienting your perspective to the things you need to heal the pain that you've been carrying for too long, that it's like time to unpack it. And I think you've been afraid to. This could be somebody you're dealing with. It doesn't have to be you. It could be somebody that is close to you that has been on a healing journey and they've been going through the throes of it, okay? Reverse the energies, because some of you that does apply. It's somebody that you have in your life. It could be a coworker, right? Because we have this Pentacle energy. It's like, hold on to the positivity though. Hold on to the newness. Hold on to the fiery playfulness. Hold on to the creativity. Hold on to the joy, right? Despite the hardship. I'm getting that. Yes, it's time to lay some sort of heavy burden down of grief. And there's magic in the healing. There's magic in the softening, Virgo. Because it's like when life hardens us a bit and then we don't even realize that we're kind of operating from a closed off place, from an anxious place. This is soften, Virgo. That's what it feels like, soften. Soften to self. Doesn't mean you soften to other people. Soften to self. What are you not giving to you? And that's what I think you're realizing. Wow, I've been kind of putting myself last because of XYZ. I think that there's been some pain that you are addressing that maybe you've been avoiding. Yeah. Coming into balance, Temperance, King of Pentacles. Trying to ground your energy. Some of you are overworking yourself. I think that your challenge is actually to come up with clarity in a situation that's been difficult for you to balance. I'm not really seeing a strong energy next to you. I'm getting more that you're going through, trying to come back into balance in you. After a buildup of pain and loss, grief. We have Temperance here, which is being patient with self, moving through something that hurts, and doing things that make you feel present. Okay, King of Pentacles. Ace of Swords. Clarity. Clarity. That comes from healing and being gentle with oneself. It's interesting. My voice is starting to go because I feel like either you've been holding too much in. So King of Swords is also saying things that you want to say that you're not saying and holding too much of it in and not really allowing yourself to speak the truth out of fear, or maybe you're afraid of how it will land. I do think that there's a lot of truth and wisdom that you're learning about yourself with this month around just doing things that support you. There's something that you're being intuitively drawn to say. I think that you're trying to work through some of the pain and the hurt before you speak. I think too that there's been a worry around your manifestations, you know, because you have this magician energy by your side here. You could have a strong fire energy beside you, or like I said, like there's this, the magician is this aspect, right? It's number one. It's as above, so below. So I think you're realizing that the more I focus on fear, hardship, pain, being closed, not speaking up when I'm hurt, it's like staying stuck in a loop, right? And I think that you're realizing life is not a loop, it's a spiral if I want it to be. And I need to make a big shift in the thoughts that I'm allowing in about my path and my desire to take leaps of faith and to do the things that make me happy. I think this is about self-trust for you. I'm getting that big time right now. Self-trust. Because something like, this is when, like, and I've had this experience before where you go towards things and then you end up getting burned and you're like, well, I'm not going to trust my decisions anymore because look what happened. That's the thing. I actually went to bed thinking about this. If we knew ahead of time that something wasn't going to work out and it would eventually cause us a lot of pain, would we have gone towards it to begin with? And see, that's the thing. That's why our intuition does say things to us. Some things you may have realized were off all along, but it's the things that we tell ourselves to say, no, 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 no. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but I do know what it's like to look at the path and say, well, I'm just not good at manifesting things, you know? And Spirit's saying, let's clean that belief up. There's some sort of limited belief around you manifesting things that you want, but not getting what you want. Okay, we're going deep here, Virgo, because I see that your challenge is to work through some pain and to start really trusting your intuition, making decisions that bring more groundedness, more truth and groundedness. That's where what you want. Okay, so you can open up and take risks. Let's look at this self-trust. 333 999. Interesting, huh? 3 threes make a 9. So there's something too around that karmic path. You're learning a lot about yourself, and it's now I'm seeing it could come into a very important connection in your life. Now I'm seeing it here, that you've learned a lot about yourself with and through. Page of Pentacles. You're scared. You're scared. You had a lot of fear come up in a connection that's very, very important to you. Wow, Virgo. Holy, whoa. Virgo. Either you or somebody around you had trust issues come up around the energy being put towards this that actually honors the bond. I see a softening, and I see two people dropping their guards. This is when an unexpected healing occurs. This could be just energetic. We're going to see in a minute. I think that remember when I said you're coming, right when I came into your energy field, I felt like there was a powerful epiphany around something, that you're going to see it differently. And that's what this full moon in Libra, it's kind of this fiery ending to some of the karma and our closest bonds. And you're showing me there's one particular one that you have a lot of history with, and there's been trust issues. And You've been putting, there's like it's like you want to put energy towards this. You want to open your heart towards this. But it's almost like when we go into bonds and we don't realize that we're being defensive from the start. Before we even open up, we're defensive. And that's old stuff. This is when we bring old stuff. I read about this in the collective reading yesterday, that we have a tendency, I wish I had that quote with me, but go to the all signs that I did yesterday for the collective. The very first like 5-10 minutes, I said a quote by Victoria Erickson, or look her up on Instagram. And it was about that our past baggage can really distort our perception of things. And I can say that too. We all do it. We all do it. This is when you say, you know what, you're also afraid to go towards something because you're worried that it's going to end in ruin, or you're afraid to open up fully to something because you're afraid it's going to end just like everything else, right? And that attitude needs to shift, Virgo, because you're going to actually call that in. This is like not trusting someone, something, or someone from the start. That Spirit is saying, why? Why? You need to trust self. It's not about the other person. The more you trust self and the more you access what you really think and feel, the easier life becomes. Ooh, there's something really majorly shifting in your awareness. I think you're starting to realize that it's time to drop some sort of heavy burden and start trusting in what you're manifesting. And that comes from a balanced state, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And that's what you're getting right. You're getting recentered, you're regrounding, you're regrouping. And I think what you don't realize is that there is a peace offering coming in. There is a softening here with the cup energy. And I love seeing the 7 of Wands in reverse. It's like dropping down your guard, or someone else dropping down their guard because of past pain and fear, trauma, all of it. All of it. Whew. Why do I feel like this is going to could be a very emotional Libra full moon for you? Wow. Wow. Virgo. You may have a powerful realization. It's like you're connecting the dots. 10 of Cups. 8 of Wands. Gosh, so much is coming out with this. I think that there's been a lot of confusion about what makes you happy, Virgo. And I think that this full moon is going to reveal it all. I don't know why I'm getting this really interesting energy. I mean, I'm clarifying you dropping this heavy burden around you trusting in your manifestations, right? Magician, 10 of Wands, Justice. And 10 of Cups came out with the 8 of Wands, which is opening up your heart. See what's in there. It's like when we open our hearts and there's like this calloused like armor, which is what we call our collective trauma, our pain. And then you do enough work through that. And what you realize is that like, this is somebody who's like, maybe like a tough person on the outside, but inside they're just, mush. I feel like you've had maybe some armoring, or you've been dealing with somebody with some heavy armoring because of their karmic past. And there's a softening. It's like getting to the gooey center of it. And inside of it is like this. It's not confusion. It's not. This is, am I going to invest in this? Is this part of my long-range vision of my future? Is this the person, place, or thing that is meant for me? Do I want happiness? Do I want family? I think you're moving forward into a time period in your life where there's going to be a great deal of joy, but there's something like a block that's being removed, and it's called not trusting self, or distrusting a situation right off the bat, or trust issues coming up in a connection. And I see that there is communication and movement forward. There are signs coming in around an apology, around a softening, around communicating, around actually speaking with somebody in your life and telling the truth. There's a lot of emotional harmony and fulfillment coming in that I think you don't realize you're manifesting. You're like, no, this is, you're in pain here, but you're coming into there's some sort of powerful epiphany, Virgo. Maybe I'll get a little bit more here, but with some more further divination, but You're being pushed to open towards something and to drop a wall. Because it's part of the vision of your future, of actual happiness and fulfillment. You go from the 9 of Cups to the 10 of Cups, but what's standing in the way is the 7 of Swords. And then this, and it's the 7 of Swords upright and the 7 of Wands in reverse, which is dropping the defenses and being honest in your communication. I think that you're laying some past to rest and you're coming out of a really confused state. And there's there's something on the other side of this. It's either an apology or an opening. It's something small, but it may end up being very big. It's like if you open the door a crack and you trust what your guidance is telling you, that door may swing wide open and it might have something so powerful behind it that you don't expect. It's almost over. Interesting. What is this about? Your current challenges will soon be resolved and you will be able to look to the future with a smile. That's what this is. You're having some sort of karmic release. But what you don't realize on the other side of it is joy, harmony, happiness. There's something powerful at play. This is a really interesting reading, a very fascinating reading. Almost like I don't even know exactly, but you're going to know. You're going to know soon enough. I know that this has been a difficult time for you. You've experienced so many challenges back to back. Worries and concerns weigh heavily on your shoulders. Rest assured, however, that your guardian angels and I are doing all that we can to help you bear these burdens. I'm happy to tell you that this time of difficulty is nearly over. There's a light at the end of the tunnel, and it comes straight from source. Very soon, you will see the skies clear and the weight will lift. You will be able to breathe freely again and focus upon the future with optimism. All of us in the angelic realm, and I especially, Archangel Michael, are so very proud of how you've handled this time of challenge. You've made wise choices and never gave up hope. Good for you for coming through all this, a stronger person. A positive and joyful future awaits you. That's what you don't see. There's a powerful breakthrough. This is a powerful breakthrough of clarity, of co-creating, of removing the hurt, of moving forward and trusting in what you're going to open to something. There's a true vulnerability coming in, and it feels like it's between you and someone else because there's a ton of cup energy coming out of confusion, really investing in something, investing in your future. I think it's like when we take one step forward in the right direction, Spirit will meet us and greet us with the rest. And look at that. You know what's interesting? We have not seen the sun in 3 days here. 3 days. You might be 3 weeks away from repairing this and a whole new beginning, whatever happened here that's caused you pain. Somebody from your past, the light is going to come out again. That is a message, right? That's a powerful omen right there. You see the light, the situation's got light, and look, there's a light beam. This is karmic. Whatever this was, it was deeply karmic. It was for both of you to realign in self, realign in your own inner domain around the armoring. When two people armor up, chaos ensues. And armoring is all about not trusting. So there's something shifting here. It feels like it's going to be the clock's going to strike. I think that's at 11 o'clock, it looks like. Yeah. And that's a divine frequency. 11. 11 might be important to this connection. There's some sort of vibratory energy here around 11. It's Metatron being activated. There's some sort of spiritual truth, clarity coming in, and right on time. It's almost like that moment where you realize, I don't want to lose this person, or I want to move through life staying open and trusting my manifestations. It's time to drop the heavy burden of the hardships I've gone through and start to trust my path, trust myself, and open up. That's what it feels like. This is a huge opportunity to open, Virgo, because I know it hasn't been easy for you at all. It's almost like it could be a family healing. Forgiveness. Hermit and Tower. Told you there's some sort of powerful spiritual truth, spiritual lesson, and you really feeling like yourself. You're really going to feel like yourself post Libra full moon. What's the advice? Knight of Wands in reverse. This is like, whew. All right, Virgo, what is this? This is denying what we actually desire. Why are you doing, what? You or somebody else did this. Knight of Wands saying, I don't want this. Don't want it. Not interested. That does not excite me at all. Not exciting. But then we have the Page of Wands next to it. So you could feel like you were just disconnected from feeling passionate about your life, about your path. And I don't blame you. You've been through a lot. But that can't last forever. It's a chapter. And that chapter is now over. Okay? That's what Spirit's indicating. And now it's time to light your creative fire. We have the Page of Wands. Go towards what lights you up. Go towards what makes you feel passionate. You deserve fun. You deserve play. You deserve passion. And I see that you've been, because of some sort of instability or indecision, you've been so stressed, up and down. You've had an unstable situation in life. Either you or someone else was saying, no, don't want that. But inside you did. There's some sort of denial here. And I don't know who did it, but it created pain. It's somebody who maybe was disconnected from their own desires, their true desires, to move toward this. And there's going to be something, this is actually, you probably have one of the most interesting readings of all the zodiacs around something that needs to be healed between you and someone else. And truth-telling. Truth-telling. It's time to speak the truth. You hold all this in, it's just going to cause too much inner turmoil. I feel like there's some sort of dam breaking, Virgo, inside of you. So just get out of your head, get into your body, okay? That's what it feels like. Because we're supposed to live spirited lives, dance, play, create. You're coming out of a darker period of loss and of grief. But I think that now you're turning a corner this month, and there's a lot of emotional fulfillment coming in. This is a powerful card. I always have a hard time with this word, so I'm going to look it up before I say it. But this is being embraced by the light, mission uncovered, don't give up. Don't give up. All right. We have the Order of Melchizedek. When you're feeling challenged by something that feels like a big life lesson, call in the Order. All right? You are now asking for, I knew it. You have been asking for guidance. You've been calling upon angelic beings and cosmic guides for helping you bring to have clarity around something. Crystal clear light, clarity. You've been asking for guidance and support, like I opened up with, and they're answering the call. You've learned so much and are now recognizing all the great lessons your experiences and challenges have brought you. The Order of Melchizedek is coming to you today to encourage you to continue on this pathway and not to give up. Even in moments of darkness and fear, there's the opportunity for you to share your light. If you're feeling overwhelmed, it's imperative for you to know you're not alone. Light is with you and within you, and by invoking spiritual support, you will be able to muster up the strength, courage, and focus you need to surmount whatever challenges you face. The first sentence of this is, don't give up. Don't give up. I think that you've got a lot of, you've got, some of you have deep connections with Jesus Christ, Archangel Michael, Archaea Faith, and Mother Mary. This is about bringing greater balance between the divine masculine and feminine energies to the earth. You're connecting with these cosmic beings, and you are upgrading by light and to light so that you can become a greater vessel of purpose for the world. I feel like you're clearing up some sort of like childhood trauma, some sort of patterning around the anxiety of overwhelm and the pain that has come up by not trusting you. And I think you're going through a massive, rapid period of personal growth, and you're jumping into the unknown, and I think you're going to do something. And that big something is dropping some sort of heavy burden and coming out of confusion and moving forward on the path. And I think this path you're choosing is going to rise to meet you there, to greet you there. And it's called angelic support, but I do think there's something healing in some sort of close bond in your life, making peace with it. If not for just closure, okay? But I'm going to do something new for you all. I'm going to do this. What's on the other side of all of this? Is this truly like, yeah, it's like, I'm getting this romantic energy around you that maybe you're having a hard time letting in, or they were having a hard time letting in, because the Knight of Cups wants to come out again for following the Libra full moon on the 12th. What's the outcome? What is the outcome, Virgo? Page of Pentacles. You might get together with somebody, because we have it healing. You're going to heal something that really just broke apart. I'm happy to report this, because this is why they're pushing me. It's like, we have these pages. It's like, why not just try? There's something around at least opening up, because there's some sort of wish fulfillment. We have the Star. Why am I getting that? If you just open up a little. Yeah, they're telling you, give to this. This is part of your healing. It's part of your wishes coming true. All you got to do is just make a little bit of effort, or this person, it's like something's going to like open the two of you up, and you're going to give to this, and you're going to realize, I don't know, this just feels like a huge shift in the energy, Virgo, is all I got to say. And a deep healing and a feeling of giving to something. And it's like, if you give, it's going to give back to you. If you pour yourself into your healing journey, it's going to pour back into you. And I feel like there's some sort of like timidness around opening and being real and vulnerable. You or somebody else. And if you do, though, it's going to be like, just like, I feel like you need to actually get together with somebody face to face, and you're going to have a conversation. And when you do that, it's like the two of you, it's like going from that shell, that hard, exterior, to like softening. This is when we don't really give ourselves the face time to really address problems. And then we finally have the right energy. And you may even be around this person already, but you're not saying what needs to be said. And if you say it from a loving place, I feel like it's going to be heard, and there's going to be deep, deep healing to this connection, because this is part of your wish. This person is part of your wish. All right. That's what I got for you, Virgo. I'll see you in the next one. I'm going to be really curious to read your mid-monthly, because there's some sort of massive shift in the energy here between you and somebody else. All right. But it's only going to come by dropping the guard and trusting in what you're trying to manifest here. What is it that you want? And maybe that's what you're trying to figure out. What do you want? Or what does this person want? All right? Healing is going to happen. That's all I can say. It's time for healing now. All right? Take care.